Nelson County Sheriff Ramon Pineiora and Chief Deputy Bryan have been indicted by a grand jury. Thanks for joining us tonight at 10. I'm Fallon Glick.
And I'm Gilbert Coursey. As WDRB's Christy Batista reports, they are facing charges including abuse of public trust, official misconduct, and theft by deception.
Sheriff Ramon Pineiora and his chief deputy are now finding themselves on the other side of the law and will have to go before a judge here at the Nelson County Justice Center, just steps away from their sheriff's office. Sheriff Pineiora and Chief Deputy Bryan are both accused of using public money or property as their own and facing theft and official misconduct charges. Chief Deputy Bryan is also facing forgery charges. Both men are accused of retaliating against two Nelson County Sheriff's Office detectives after those detectives tried to report illegal activity. Ian Justice and Will Purdom have also filed a whistleblower lawsuit against Pineiora and Bryan. Attorney Thomas Clay is representing those detectives.
They are very apprehensive because they're in a very delicate and awkward position, and they did not want to be in this position, but when KSP came to interview them, they felt like they had to tell them the truth, and they did tell them the truth.
The lawsuit says last summer, Bryan illegally sold 3 vehicles from a Nelson County evidence warehouse in a private sale. Under Kentucky law, vehicles seized by law enforcement must be sold at public auction. According to the suit, after the sale, the buyer found fentanyl and other drugs in the cars. The suit says Detective Justice talked to Bryan about what he was doing before reporting it to several people, including Sheriff Pineiora. He says he was pulled from the process of joining a DEA task force in retaliation. Detective Purdom says he was pulled from a task force as well, and the lawsuit says both Justice and Purdom were banned from working overtime by the sheriff, which they say had a significant financial impact on them.
I've been doing this for 50 years, and I've never seen the circumstances that exist today among law enforcement. Good law enforcement officers are getting messed over, they're getting disciplined, they're getting terminated. Bad law enforcement officers seem to be getting away with it to the point where nobody wants to be in law enforcement anymore.
Pineiora and Bryan are expected to be in court March 20th. With photojournalist Greg Shapker, Christy Batista, WDRB News.
We have reached out to Governor Andy Beshear's office because with the sheriff being an elected position, only the governor can remove him. So far, we have not heard back on that.